Back in studio, we now have Cosatu President Sdumo Dlamini to further reflect the Federation's press briefing earlier today. Good evening, Mr. Dlamini, and thank you so much for joining us. Now, it's been quite a lengthy press briefing this afternoon on the expulsion of Numsa from Cosatu. This must have weighed heavily on the executive of Cosatu and all the alliance partners, as well as the other alliance members. You know, can you just take us through the build-up to where we are today?
It is indeed a very heavy weighing decision the Central Executive Committee of Cosatu has had to take on the 7th of November. It's a journey that has been very painful and still is very, very painful and quite heavy on all of us. Started a few years back, or in 2013, Numsa would have gone to their Special National Congress and took certain resolutions, about 5 specific ones, including the extension of the scope of the union and allowing itself to go and recruit within the scopes of other Cosatu unions, including their decision to withhold affiliation fees from Cosatu, the political levy, the Cosatu political levy, including a matter that is not necessarily behind the decision, the matter of Cosatu having to withdraw from the alliance. We had to ask Numsa, the CEC, said, Numsa, can you explain your positions and what will be their impact on the Federation? There was no answer forthcoming. Then in February 2014, the Central Executive Committee, officially recognizing that these resolutions violate the Constitution of the Federation, decided that Numsa must be asked in writing as to why it cannot be suspended or expelled for having taken and continued to implement such resolutions. Numsa indeed has been afforded that opportunity to respond. That culminated finally in the meeting of the 7th. You remember that we would have then had the ANC intervening to help us to work on the issues of unity. That work has helped us. We are using that work to deal with the issues, and indeed this painful decision was reached after Numsa for 2 hours 45 minutes made a presentation to the CEC without any interruptions, and the CEC engaged in that presentation. There were other views for accepting the report of Numsa and taking it back to members. There was a view from others that says, no, we are satisfied that you have presented yourself, but we are not happy with your decisions. This is what we're going to do. This matter was voted in. A majority vote then decided on the expulsion of Numsa.
Has the Federation ever gone through such an experience before?
Not in the similar fashion. I can count to you that Cosatu has terminated or expelled 4 unions, the most vulnerable, and they were expelled on the basis that they could not afford to pay their affiliation fee. Your union here in this industry, the Creative Workers Union's participation was terminated on the basis that they could not afford to pay. They are a vulnerable sector. The Domestic Workers Union was terminated from Cosatu because they could not pay. The South African Democratic Nurses Union also has been terminated. I can count the 4th one, but it is a different scenario, this one, because the termination would have been based on the violation of the Constitution in particular as it relates to the scope.
Now, Sdumo, let's touch on the issue of the Special Congress that was being called for, and you know, the reasons behind it not taking place, and the issues that were going to be put forward during the Special Congress.
We always shall reaffirm and confirm the right of a third of Cosatu's union to call for a special National Congress, and that the president of the federation heading that call should be able to call for that special National Congress as per the request. But there are unwritten rules. It's not just a call, then it happens. It's a call for a special National Congress. There should be an agenda for that and should be agreed. There should be logistical issues like budget for that. There should be a venue. There should be processes within affiliates themselves. The president of Cosatu, having received such a request as early as 2013, has been waiting hand in glove with a report on that particular cause. Up to now, I have not been able to place that request in the CEC so that I present the request and the processes leading to that special requested Congress.
Now, during the press briefing this afternoon, Secretary General of Cosatu, Zwelinzima Vavi, was not present. And then we hear that he did not sign the expulsion letter. His deputy signed on his behalf. What should be read into this?
Firstly, on the signing of the letter, I can show you in writing the agreement we reached with the General Secretary of Cosatu. Obviously, did not sign that letter, and we agreed that the Deputy General Secretary must sign the letter. As to what are the reasons, I would rather not share them with you now. He was not present at the press briefing, but he did explain to us that he was meeting with his lawyers to sign the court papers. I can now tell you that we have then since received a letter from the General Secretary detailing his reasons why he was not present at the press briefing. We are now aware why, other than the reason that he had advanced earlier. And I'm not going to share with you the contents of the letter, but we now know in writing why he could not be present.
We have run out of time, and I just want to ask you quickly before we let you go. Numsa has vowed to take this matter to court. Are you ready as Cosatu to defend this matter and to defend your decision on the expulsion?
It's a painful response to say we are ready to square up with another affiliate that we have expelled. But indeed, it comes with the job. When we are called to defend the decisions of the Federation in court, we shall unfortunately have to do so.
Sdumo Dlamini, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much.
That was Cosatu President Sdumo Dlamini joining us in studio. Now to our next